Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? It is August 9th, 2020, and here's another story that I'm going to report on today about the CV-19 vax. But I'll show you where I started with this. Started here. It says, public health expert, 50% effective CV vax would be better than what we have now. See, this is what they're going to continue to push, that even though their vax may not work, it may only be 50% effective, it may have other intended or non-intended consequences, etc. You still should take it because it's better than nothing. That's what they're gonna say, okay? And now, right here, listen to this too. It says, experts warn countries against taking me first approach to CV-19 vax. And I started reading this. It says, as the race for a novel CV vax continues, there's growing concern from scientists and economic experts that wealthy nations are prioritizing getting doses for their own citizens at the cost of poorer nations and thus failing to control the global pandemic. Some countries, including the US and the UK, are securing vast quantities of the new CV vax candidates in a phenomenon being dubbed vax nationalism. Now a growing chorus of experts is sounding the alarm. They say that with the virus capable of quickly spreading from country to country, vaccinating one nation at a time will ultimately prolong the pandemic, lead to more lives lost, and continue to devastate the world economy. It says, the virus does not respect borders. An outbreak of the virus anywhere threatens people everywhere. Dr. Dan Burch, professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School, told ABC News. While it's understandable for each country's health departments to have a primary responsibility to their country's citizens, Barak said, each country needs to have a dual goal, a goal of protecting their citizens and also to do their part in solving the global pandemic. Does this sound like a new world order to you? A one world order? A one world government? Because it does to me. Now guess who they think we have to make sure gets these vaxes. Right here. That's important because a strategy of vaccinating high-risk people first, wherever they are, is thought to be the most effective at slowing the viral transmission. That's the point. They've been telling everybody who's high risk, right? Elderly, people with weak immune systems, people that are, have underlying health conditions, the African American population, it keeps going. They have continued to change it, but if you notice, it's always surrounding poor income or elderly weak. They're coming after the weak, the poor, etc., like they always do. And this is just another thing showing where they want these vaxes to go. Oh, we don't want them to go to these rich places that are just going to take care of their own people. We got to make sure that we get these vaxes in these types of people. That's a plan that's done for a reason, okay? Depopulation of the ones they do not want around anymore, okay? And look how much money goes into this. This is it's just crazy. It says, the U.S. has Operation Warp Speed, a government-funded initiative to turbocharge vax development and secure vax doses for the U.S. population. In total, almost $10 billion has been allocated by Congress for hundreds of millions of doses to be made available to U.S. citizens. $10 billion they put into this, but they couldn't agree on a stimulus package to get the people right now that are struggling the money they need to even survive. They don't care about us. They don't care about families like mine and yours trying just to get through one day to the next. We can't come to an agreement. It's because we're fighting for more unemployment, more for the stimulus. We want to make sure we're taking care of the people. That's what both sides continue to say. And it's total nonsense, okay? They are putting the money where they want it, which is into these vaxes. Then this was the last article I pulled up, and I'm not kidding. When I read this, it hit me like it hit me, and I just smiled. I mean, you're gonna catch it too. Check this out from today. CV-19 may never go away with or without a vax. Humans have never been particularly good at eradicating entire viruses, and CV-19 may not be any different. More than 19 people have tested positive for the CV globally, and at least 722,000 have died. In the U.S., nearly 5 million people have tested positive, and more than 160,000 have died. While scientists are racing to find a cure for the virus, there's a chance CV-19 will never go away, with or without a vax. But that doesn't mean everyone will have to self-isolate forever. Vinette Minarki, a CV researcher at the University of Texas Medical Branch, told NPR's Weekend Edition that one of the more likely scenarios is that the spread of CV-19 will eventually be slowed as a result of herd immunity. He said that he'd be surprised if we're still wearing masks and 6 feet distancing in 2 to 3 years. And that in time, the virus could become no more serious than the common cold. This is what we've been saying since day one. That is what we are dealing with. They are putting it in these articles. I swear they do it 100% on purpose. At least I think so, to just twist that knife. They love being able to put it in your face. There's what we're dealing with. The common cold. And did you hear this though? He didn't say in months or a year. He said if we were still wearing masks and 6 feet distancing in 2 or 3 years. He'd be surprised if we were, still doing it in 2 or 3 years. Not 6 months, not a year. That's an awful long time that they're planning on controlling and hurting the populations of the world. Everybody, please wake up. These are their plans. They're laid out right in front of you, step by step by step. And have you noticed we are getting into the back step? The video I posted this morning is talking about the drones that are coming out everywhere. Not only are they taking away all your privacy by tracking you and, just watching and listening and recording your every move, they are now going to be used to deliver, the CV test, CV, medicines, whatever it's going to be. And guess what? Possibly the CV vax. Now, that is where this is leading. Mandatory vaxing. It's very obvious. They're putting everything into motion, and they are very close to the end of their plan. Please share this information. We'll keep getting these videos out there. You keep sharing them and talking about them. We will continue to make a difference. I love you all. Continue to stay safe. No panic, no fear. Protect your family. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.